Today's horoscope, Leo February 19th, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. The Sun begins its transit of your intimacy sector today, encouraging an inward focus until March 20th. It's a time of year when self-transformation can be in the spotlight as you seek to grow and evolve. You can be quite determined to improve your life from the inside out, or intimate connections in sharing or financial and emotional support come into strong play. You want a relationship or project that motivates you. You want to explore it in depth and connect with it on a deeper level. During this cycle, investigating, researching, playing detective, and analyzing are all in favor. In the process, aim to be as honest with yourself as possible for the best results, since you have much to learn and observe at this time of year. The weeks ahead are important for building your relationship with yourself as you discover what drives and motivates you. Today, you seek more comfort, familiarity, and quiet with the moon in your solar house. Domestic and personal matters take center stage. Pisces season is welcoming you in today. Despite Pisces being a sign starkly different than you, a sign you actually enjoy this period of the year because it empowers some of your innate characteristics. While you tend to be bolder and more dynamic than many Pisceans, you still possess a sensitive, romantic, and creative spirit. During this period of the year, you're also able to get even more in touch with your compassionate, self-sacrificing side, which is not something you experience as readily. Tap into these gifts from the universe and infuse them into your personal life. Please do not be delusional when it comes to your professional and financial investments. Be careful yet hopeful when the Sun enters Pisces. The last few weeks have taught you to be more selective with your professional commitments. Everyone you work with and everything that you do requires an immense amount of energy. You should be selective with your resources as Pisces season begins. Do not willingly invest your time, energy, or resources unless you know what you are getting yourself into. Take your time to consider each opportunity and what it entails. Given the current astral energy, you might be hearing the voice ringing in everyone's head, "Enough. I want what I want, and I want it now." If this brings apprehension, it's because the day's planetary aspect is not through with you yet. Whatever the limitations you have been incorporating into your life may be, they need to be closely examined. Ask yourself if you are doing the best that you can in your self-care, particularly when it comes to your health. Seeing relationships come to an end is difficult for most. On this day, the likelihood of this occurring is much greater, and you may need to face the end of a friendship or romance. This day's essence can really help you to find the strength to finish things you've been putting off, as well, and so it can work to your advantage. Try to see the positive aspects of everything, and do something nurturing for yourself if you find yourself getting down. This time last week the moon had just returned to Leo and was closing in on a clash with the Sun in your relationship sector that resulted in a full moon that may have pushed some buttons or even created some personal or relationship tension. While this ultimately left you with a better sense of what you want from your relationships and what they need from you, a week on and as the Sun prepares to leave your relationship sector today, the conditions couldn't be better. Before leaving your communication sector today, the moon will spend its final hours at a friendly aspect to the Sun, who will leave your relationship sector a few hours later. It is just a few hours before the Sun leaves your relationship sector today that the moon also leaves your communication sector, but not before spending its final hours at a friendly aspect. It is just as the solar is about to shift off your relationships that the moon is making it easier to give your emotional responses and relationships a voice. After Mercury, the planet of communication, left your relationship sector over the weekend, this is a last-minute push to get the communication lines open. Daily Planetary Overview. As the astrological year draws to a close, a sense of reflection and possibility begins to settle in. Today, as the Sun enters Pisces, we step into the 12th and final season of the zodiac, a period marked by introspection, creativity, and an almost dreamlike quality. Pisces season is a time for the dreamers, the artists, the wanderers, and those who feel a little lost but long to find meaning in the depths of their imagination. This is a season that encourages you to indulge in your most far-fetched fantasies, to explore the uncharted territories of your mind, and to embrace the beauty of possibility. Have you ever found yourself staring out the window, completely absorbed in a daydream, only to snap back into reality and wonder where the time went? That's Pisces energy at work, a gentle pull toward the world of what could be, rather than what is. As emotions run high during this time, it may be wise to soften your approach in relationships. Have you ever spoken too bluntly, only to regret it later? Pisces energy reminds us to be gentle with our words, to consider how our actions affect others, and to nurture the bonds that truly matter. If you've been feeling distant from loved ones, this is a perfect moment to reflect on whether you've been present enough. Have you been taking time to listen, to engage, to show appreciation? Small gestures of kindness, an unexpected message, a thoughtful act, or simply expressing gratitude can strengthen your connections in ways you may not expect. At work and in daily responsibilities, you may feel a shift in how you approach challenges. Sometimes, the best course of action isn't to charge forward but to step back and observe. Have you ever found yourself taking on too much, feeling the weight of every task, only to realize that not everything needs your immediate attention? Pisces season encourages you to conserve your energy, to focus on what truly matters, and to recognize that not every battle needs to be fought. If you feel pressure building, instead of pushing through exhaustion, consider whether stepping back might actually lead to a better outcome. Prioritizing your well-being doesn't mean neglecting responsibilities, it means approaching them with clarity and purpose rather than unnecessary stress. Financially, caution is advised. Have you ever made a purchase or investment on impulse, only to regret it later? Right now, the energy surrounding money is unpredictable, making it a less than ideal time to make major financial commitments. If you've been considering a big purchase or investment, patience will serve you well. Unexpected circumstances could arise that shift your perspective or reveal new information, so waiting a little longer before making any big decisions could save you from unnecessary setbacks. Trust that the right moment will come when things feel more stable and aligned. Your well-being should also be a priority during this time. Have you been pushing yourself too hard without allowing for proper rest? Pisces season encourages restoration, reminding us that healing, both physical and emotional, requires time and care. If you've been feeling exhausted, now is the time to slow down. Instead of forcing yourself to power through, give yourself permission to pause, to breathe, and to recharge. Stress can take a toll, and adopting a gentler, more mindful approach to your health will benefit you far more in the long run than constantly running on empty. As this astrological cycle comes to an end, think of it as a time for both reflection and renewal. What have you learned over the past year? How have you grown, changed, and evolved? Are there patterns you're ready to release, dreams you're ready to pursue, or emotions you're finally ready to process? Pisces season is not about rigid goals or structured plans, it's about allowing yourself to flow, to embrace creativity, and to trust that everything is unfolding as it should. So, as you move through this period, take time to dream but stay present enough to act. Open your heart to inspiration, but remember to remain connected to reality. Be kind to yourself and those around you, knowing that gentle words and thoughtful actions have more power than you may realize. And above all, trust that this closing chapter is leading you toward a new beginning, one filled with growth, possibility, and a deeper understanding of yourself. What will you take with you into the next cycle? What dreams are you ready to turn into reality?